welcome to Watch Hobby Shop. Today we're going to be taking a look at a newer release by Tissot, a limited edition MotoGP. This is going to be the 75th anniversary watch. I would consider this probably one of their more top tier watches. And again, like I said for my last video, I'm going to start doing more over the tabletop reviews, I guess, instead of doing outdoor reviews now. Since I don't have as much time to be able to do reviews outdoors. I normally don't do unboxings, but this one is kind of a special box for Tissot. The reference number on this, if you guys want to look at the hang tag on here, it is going to be T141.427.27.041.00. So this is the reference. You guys want to pause it, check it out. Now this does retail for over $2,000, so just call it about $2,100 plus tax. So this is probably their higher end Tissot watches. They normally don't go this high, but this is a special one. It's a limited edition and it's a chronograph watch. So let's go ahead, let's do an unboxing of this watch. Let me zoom back out a little bit more, you guys can see it. So as you guys can see on here, it's kind of a special box, 75th anniversary, MotoGP. Pretty nice fancy box. On the back side, you can tell that it also has the authentication sticker. That way you know it's real. It's pretty thick outer box shell here. Once you open this up, and look at that. We are looking at a helmet. So that's pretty cool. It's a little Tissot helmet, you guys can see, and this actually flips up like so, and then when you open it up more, reveals the watch. Beautiful, beautiful design on this watch box. I'm not really much into watch boxes, but this is actually a pretty cool little watch box that folds out to be a helmet, which is kind of neat. Look at that, guys. It's pretty cool. And then the rest, obviously, in here, we have just your basic stuff here. We have the booklet, warranty card. This is the newer style warranty card. This is the older style 2-year warranty Tissot comes with. It's a newer model. Everything's done by QR code. I'll go ahead and put that off to the side here and open up this. And you guys are here to take a look at the watch. So let's go ahead and let me zoom in a little bit more. And let's get into the watch and put everything else off to the side. So you guys, this is what you guys came here for, was this here. Take it off the nice pillow. And here is the Tissot Motorsport chronograph on a rubber strap. It's fully automatic. I believe this is, they call it the Valjoux A05.H31, which is essentially going to be, I would say, probably your Valjoux 7750 movement, as it has a date on there. And that, my friends, is the new Tissot. I'm not sure what the nickname on this is, but it's a pretty big watch, very hefty. It's a beautiful looking timepiece. It has screws around the bezel, almost like an AP Royal Oak, or I should say maybe like the offshore style. It's dark blue rubber strap. Feels more like silicone. It's very, very soft, supple. As you guys can see, it has the Valjoux, little perlage work in the back of this watch. Fully automatic. Integrated bracelet. Let's go over the measurements real quick on this timepiece here by Tissot. You are looking at approximately 45 millimeters across. The case thickness is quite chunky at 14.8 millimeters. So it is a thicker watch, but it actually wears a little bit less than that. The lug width on this is, they're calling it a 13.95. I think what they're doing is measuring this inner part, because this is where it's actually integrated. So these are proprietary lugs, so you're going to have to buy directly or aftermarket bracelet for this if you wanted the bracelet, or even to replace the band. As you guys can see, it requires probably a hex key or something to change out the band on this. But it is a pretty beautiful watch. See-through case back. They did a really good job. I mean, for a $2,000, over $2,000 Tissot watch, which it seems a little high for a Tissot watch, this one's actually built pretty well. Let's go ahead, let's take it over to the scale, and we are looking at this looks like over 136 grams is what it's showing on here, or 4.8 ounces, almost 5 ounces. Now the keeper does have the Tissot logo on here, as you guys can see on the hardware part here, the tang and the buckle. It has little ribs right here to lock into place, like so. That way it keeps the keeper in place. The second one is free floating. This is a very substantial watch. It's a 45mm big boy. So if you guys like bigger watches, you guys will definitely like this watch. I would say this is probably more of a higher end tier watch that Tissot has. Most of their watches, they're running pretty much entry level. This one should be, if I am correct, is a push and pull. So it's 100-meter water resistance. So it's a push and pull crown. Let me get this out of the way. And as far as I know, the winding action is nice and clean. Check out the pushers. Wind it up a little bit more, give it some juice. Now they are saying that this one does have up to 60-hour power reserve on this caliber. This was originally released back in 2024, I think mid or late 2024, this sports watch by Tissot. This is one of their higher end watches. And then if we go ahead and stop it, and it snaps right back into place at the 12 o'clock position. It has pretty nice indices on here. I like the red chronograph hand that's on here, fully sapphire crystal on the front and sapphire on the back of the watch. And let's check out, very tight tolerances, very smooth. Not bad for Tissot. I know Tissot is a great entry-level watch to have. This is their higher end watch. So you're gonna have your running seconds hand at the 3 or 9 o'clock position. You're gonna have the running seconds on the 6 o'clock position. Minutes should be on the 3 o'clock. Or you know what? I'm messing up. I'm sorry. I was right. 9 o'clock is going to be your running seconds, and then your time lapse will be on your right on the 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock, and then you do have the date window on the bottom. This button here is unscrew the button, and that's going to be your quick date change. So I don't know if you guys see that. So it does not have a quick date on the regular crown, it's actually on the side, like that. But this one is screw down, so you don't accidentally change the date. So, beautiful looking watch. It is a blue dial with a blue silicone strap, full stainless steel. It has DLC coated fixed bezel screws. I don't know if these are full screws or if they're real or not. As you guys can see, they did a really nice job on this. The Tissot logo, the sign crown, the pushers feel really good, polished pushers, a lot of polished edges. They have like almost like a hard plastic coating on the outside here in between, along with the stainless steel lugs right here, which is fixed, integrated. So you'll have to buy a special strap for this when it does wear out. It's not too bad looking watch. It's actually a really good, great looking watch here. They did an excellent job on this piece. It's not cost certified, which I'm surprised for the price. They should have had this at least a cost certified watch. But at least it does have up to 100 meters, which equals 330 feet of water resistance. If you guys want, let me see if I can zoom in just a little bit more. You guys can take a little bit closer look at the dial. Beautiful looking dial. Let me wind this up a little bit more, give it more power reserve on this. And they did a lot of attention to detail on this particular piece for the 75th anniversary for the motorsports. You can see it says 75 on one of the sub dials right here. I wish they would have did maybe, well, I guess the white date window is good because it stands out a little bit more. It does have pretty good lume. You guys can see it. No anti-reflective coating though. Other than that, guys, this is actually not a bad looking watch. Sorry about that. As you guys can see, it's all plastic. That's kind of like a harder plastic on the sides here, so you're not gonna have to worry about scratches or dings or scuffs on it. Let's take a closer look at the movement. Like I said, I believe this is more of a Valjoux 7750 movement. I don't know if you guys can see that. Look at the pelage work they did in this. Very intricate. Looks really nice. Not too bad. All right, let's go ahead and let's do a wrist shot. Put it on the wrist and see how it looks on the wrist. I gotta say, guys, this band is really comfortable. Like, I've seen some really nice silicone bands and they're not as good as this one. This one's super soft. So on my 7-inch wrist, down the barrel shot, even though this is almost a 15 millimeter thick watch, but look, it lays pretty flat on the wrist. But it is kind of a big boy though. The overhang, I would say this is probably the max 45 on my wrist. Anybody with a 7-inch or less, you probably wouldn't be able to pull this off. I would say you at least have a 7-inch wrist to pull off this watch. But again, for Tissot, for a $2,000 watch, guys, is it worth the price tag? Yes and no. It is obviously built a lot better than some of their C-Star, some of their other models. They obviously demand a higher price for this type of watch because the build quality that they put into this watch. So I can kind of see why they're asking this amount of money, because once you feel this watch, it does feel like a quality watch, more so than the other watches that they have in their line. Because Tissot is pretty much known for affordable Swiss-made watches, and for them to be jumping up above the $2,000 price range, this one's pretty special, to be honest with you. And again, you're getting a lot of extra things, so I don't know if you're paying for just because of the watch itself, or it's because you're also getting the beautiful branded watch box that looks like a motorcycle helmet, or a race car helmet, I should say. So you get all this plus a fancy box, so you're getting a little bit more than what you typically get with a regular Tissot watch. So guys, is this watch worth the price tag of $2,095, and they're still actually they're raising the prices more because of the stupid tariffs. So you're probably going to be looking at around $2,200. This watch is going to be, and it is limited edition. And speaking of which, I don't even know if this is numbered. You guys can see that or not. Is this thing numbered at all? I don't think it is. Maybe it is numbered. Yeah, I think this is numbered somewhere. Yeah, it's numbered on the side here. So these are limited edition watches, guys. I'm not sure how many they made. It has a number on there, but yeah. It is a limited edition watch, 75th anniversary. So beautiful watch. But again, like I said, is it worth the price tag? For that price, I would say probably, in my personal opinion, I'd say it's probably worth about $1,200, maybe $1,500 at the absolute most. These are creeping up in prices. I see some on the market around $1,800. If you guys like the Royal, not the Royal Oak, but the Offshore by AP, this feels very, very similar. I've had AP before. The Offshore, reminds me of the Offshore. So if you guys are craving an Offshore, don't want to spend that kind of price tag on an Offshore by AP, then yes, this is probably a great alternative to the Offshore by AP. Other than that, guys, if you guys like this kind of content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.